I've done it before, like a ton of times actually.
I love you so much, baby. You're my everything.
Hey, sophomore year of college is going well.
Yeah, I think I'm ready to settle down. You know, I can stop here. So I'm not looking for anything serious, but you're like actually so different. Me? No, I'm not talking to any other girls. By the way, is it hot in here? So this is what it takes? I just have to wear a dumb outfit, act confident, move my hips a little bit, and girls just come running? It's not even fun anymore. You just do the same thing and it works every time. Committing to one person in a lifelong partnership is the way. The purity, the wholesomeness, the love, how I long for it. I only now see the error in my ways, and I wish I could turn back the clock.
When men have different level of experiences with women, they seem to occupy different emotional and mental spaces. Now, this little comedy skit here is showing like a man's body count or lay count, whatever you want to call it, and how he will tend to see things at different levels of development. I wanted to share this video because I actually think there was quite a lot of truth in that. Specifically, if I'm talking about my own personal journey, I can see those different mindset shifts as my experience changed. Now, does this mean it applies to every single man out there in the world? Probably not. But it is much more common when you think, especially when I work with students. Like a guy will come in and like maybe he's only slept with one girl or no girl or with like one or two girls. And it's almost like every single girl that comes along and kind of likes him, like he's like really like falls head over heels for her. And now he thinks it's like, oh, it's this specific girl. And he thinks the girl is the one that's causing this, but really it's him projecting. I remember when I was starting off in my journey, nice guy, no woman wanted me. It's like every single girl that was like half decent looking and that like half liked me, it's like I was basically falling in love with her. And I thought it was the girl, but really it was my own projections onto each of these women. And the more experience I got, the more I realized I'm like, it was just my own stuff when I like thought it was love and I thought I really liked her. Meanwhile, it was this like neediness attachment thing that was going on. So let's break down some of these levels in this video, and I'll share through my own personal journey what it was like going through each of these levels and how I see it with some students as well.
I've done it before, like a ton of times actually.
I love you so much, baby. You're my...
Okay, so let's just start off with the first one or two. Like the first one is like, do you know how many guys I've worked with that have like told me like, oh yeah, like, yeah, I've been with lots of girls. I slept with lots of girls. And then they're like in my program and then like a month later, they'll end up sleeping with a girl and they'll be like, guys, I just lost my virginity. Like a guy who has like a virgin, depending how old he is, like normally there's a lot of shame and embarrassment around that. I felt that as well. I think I lost my virginity when I was like 20, which for most people is quite late. Some people it's a lot older, some are a lot younger, but it's almost like I was so embarrassed and ashamed of that I was like, no, I've slept with a few girls. Like, oh yeah, but it's completely delusional because there's so much shame around it. Then this guy who's like on number one, like, I love you so much, baby. He's got the flowers. He's ready to just get stuck in there. He's so enthusiastic. And you see this a lot in guys too. It's like the first girl that they end up hooking up with. It's like they like fall madly in love with her. But is it really love? I would argue not. It's more like this kind of neediness, attachment thing going on. But hey, we all have to go through that phase, and that's part of your development and evolution as a man.
You're my everything.
Hey, sophomore year of college is going well.
Yeah, I think I'm ready to settle down. You know, I can stop here. So I'm not looking for anything serious, but you're like...
It's funny how there's this little bridge where it's like you are having some experience, you are going good. It's like, okay, I'm having some fun. This is cool. But now I think I'm done. And a lot of guys kind of get into a relationship at that point. And I think that's actually like a good exit point. Don't let it be the first or second girl that comes along, but like get some experience. And then it's like, cool, I've been with, I don't know, a handful of women, a dozen women, whatever it is. There's no specific number, but it's almost like I've had different experiences. So now I'm actually choosing someone because it's the first or second girl. You're not really choosing them. They're your only option. Can you see that there's a difference there? But then if you don't kind of take the off ramp from the highway at that point, it just starts to, I don't want to say goes downhill, but it takes on a new road. And I went with this. I'm like, okay, I'm not settling for the first girl. And then it's like, you can see more of like the fuckboy energy coming online now.
You're like actually so different. Me? No, I'm not talking to any other girls. By the way, is it hot in here? So this is what it takes? I just have to wear a dumb outfit, act confident, move my hips a little bit, and girls just come running?
So this is funny as well because it's almost like a realization at some point. Like I remember I used to be so obsessed with like my shoes, like what shoes am I wearing? And I'd love like Adidas shoes. And I'd always be like, when the new Adidas shoes are coming out, I got to buy them. Like that's going to make me attractive to women. But my results with women sucked. Like it had nothing to do with what I was wearing. And when like this guy's in like the 50 plus range, it's almost like you realize it's like all that stuff that guys like obsess over that are inexperienced. Like, oh, what cologne am I wearing? It's like none of that matters. Like he's like, so all I have to do is wear these stupid clothes, act confident, and girls come running. And you'll see this in almost like semi-celebrities or celebrities. Like you'll look at these guys and like, they look ridiculous. You know, you look at them, you're like, this guy looks like a fucking clown. But it's almost like at that point, it doesn't matter. I think some of these celebrities do that, even sports stars. They just wear and do the most ridiculous things. And girls will still come running after them because it has nothing to do with how they look or what they wear. It's other factors that are playing in. It's almost like silly. It's almost like, look how stupid I can be and still have people who want me so badly, whether that's women or people who think I'm famous and just want to be around me. But yeah, like something clicks in your head at this point. It's like, oh, none of those things mattered. A lot of it comes down to confidence, which is obviously a big topic. And other factors that have nothing to do with what you're wearing.
Come running? It's not even fun anymore. You just do the same thing and it works every time. Committing to
Okay, so I went through this phase as well. Often when I work with clients, I tell them my goal is to get you so good that you become depressed. Because guys have this like idea in their head, which I did. It's like when I just get really good with girls and I can get like almost not any girl I want, but like consistency, rotation, girls just like want me so much, like then everything's going to be good. And you hit that point and you realize I'm still the same person. I still feel the same way. Cool, your character is developed, and I think it's a worthwhile journey to go on. But it's just like this. It's like he's almost like in this depressed. Like you just do the same thing over and over, and it works basically every time. Yeah, when you get to that point, it's time for you to move on from the journey. There's nothing left for you to learn in that phase of development of being a single guy and just going out there. It's almost like you've learned everything. You've learned the system. You can see how attraction works. You can replicate results easy over and over again. Now you need to move on to something else because it does get depressing. It's almost like meaningless. It's like maybe someone who never had money growing up and they're like, I really, really want to have a lot of money. They go out there, they make a lot of money, and then they're just like, they feel hollow afterwards, which was my experience as well. So spoiler alert. And then you go on to the next phase, which is the phase I'm in.
committing to one person in a lifelong partnership is the way. The purity, the wholesomeness, the love, how I long for it. I only now see the error in my ways, and I wish.
Okay, so it's a bit of a funny joke there, but I recently did a video on Dan Bilzerian where he's like slept with like thousands of women. He's like, now I actually think it's better to be like in a monogamous relationship with one girl that I like and that she likes me. It's like after he slept with like thousands of girls, and again, it's not about the numbers, it's like these different mindsets. Even for me, after like going through that whole journey, I was like, yeah, I kind of just want one cool girl I really get along with, and I want to build something with her. I want to build a family with her. But if anyone had told me that on like the journey up, I probably just wouldn't have listened to them. Like I needed to go on that journey myself to come to that realization. Maybe you don't have to go on that journey to that extent, but also like see at what phase of development you are. And sometimes I think this is cyclical. Like maybe in your early 20s or 30s, you got married and you were married for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. You got kids. And then after that, like you separated with your partner. Now you're like, okay, maybe I want to go out there again and experience new and different people. So it's not just like a linear progression, but I think it can be cyclical in many ways. So a lot of guys I work with, they're in their like late 40s, early 50s. They just got out of like a divorce or a marriage, and now they're like, cool, I want to go out there and play the field again. Like the cycle is starting over. So yeah, which stage of development are you at? Do you think there's some truth in this video of this comedy sketch of these different numbers and the mentalities behind it? Or do you think it's complete nonsense? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.